Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. Today I want to talk Die Hard, one of the greatest 80s and 90s action franchise there is. Especially the first three. The first trilogy, completely unmatched. You can't touch them. You know, when it comes to 80s and 90s movies, they're top tier action movies. And we haven't got one in a very long time. And sadly, Bruce Willis, he's still with us, but he can't act anymore. You know, he's going through it. Bruce, we wish you the best. But I don't want this franchise to die because it's one of these situations where it's like you can't do Die Hard without Bruce Willis. And I was watching Die Hard with a Vengeance last night. I just picked up the trilogy on VHS. These look absolutely amazing. I have not seen these on VHS in like over 20 years, you know? But I found these for $1 at a thrift store and I was just like, yes. But I was watching Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is arguably the best Die Hard. Like, I feel like when it comes to rankings of Die Hard, it's like Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 3. And it's like, which one's better? I don't know. I feel like you got to put the first one up there, but the third one is like just as good, you know? Die Hard with the Vengeance is literally one of the greatest sequels in a franchise, and it's the third one. But yeah, it's like we have these characters that are so known in the public zeitgeist. You know, Die Hard's a movie that they didn't even market Bruce Willis when they first did it. Bruce Willis was not a popular name back then. He was a TV actor. You know, I think he made a movie right before that bombed, and so Fox was like nervous about putting his face in the trailer for the first Die Hard movie. I don't even think they put him on the poster yet, you know, because they were nervous. People were just going to see his face and be like, I'm not going to go see this movie. And the movie made Bruce Willis a star. Like, Die Hard's so big in the public zeitgeist to where they started using it to market films like Die Hard on a bus, Die Hard on a ship, Die Hard in space, Die Hard underwater. You know, it's like you say that and people know exactly what you mean and they know the kind of movie you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? You know, Die Hard in a house with a little kid. Home Alone. I'm just saying. So that being said, there are characters that, as a society, we just don't want to see redone by other people because they're so iconic. You know, Bruce Willis is John McClane, Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, Doc, you know, Christopher Lloyd, you know, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, it's like you don't want to see other people do these characters, but I feel like there are ways to keep the franchise alive without them. And just hear me out, because some of y'all are thinking, what do you mean without John McClane? So I started thinking, I'm watching Die Hard with a Vengeance, and I'm like, light bulb. It's right here. This is how you keep the franchise alive. You bring back Samuel L. Jackson.
I have to answer that phone.
Just shut up and get him in the air!
Look, if you have to shoot me, then you go ahead and you shoot me. But I have to answer this phone, all right? I'm here.
You bring back Zeus.
My name is Zeus.
Zeus?
Yeah, Zeus, as in father of Apollo, Mount Olympus. Don't fuck with me or I'll shove a lightning bolt up your ass. Zeus, you got a problem with that?
No. Shit, I don't have a problem with that.
You know, I think that was one of the best parts about this, was his chemistry with Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson is only getting better in age. You know, he's in The Hitman's Bodyguards. He's an action star. You know, bring him back. And that way you can keep the Die Hard movie alive, the Die Hard franchise, without changing anything. And it's 2024, so everything's diverse, you know, and we live in such a day where, you know, it's forced diversity. I feel like if you brought him back as the lead, it's not forced. It's literally like continuing the story. It's pulling a Creed. That's what they need to do. So what Creed did with the Rocky franchise was it took Adonis Creed's son and gave him his whole franchise, and it stayed in continuity with the Rocky franchise. Do that with Die Hard. Bring back Die Hard with the Britons. Let's go back to New York, and let's make it a Christmas movie.
Hey, listen, we had a report of a guy coming through here with 8 reindeer. Yeah, they said he was a jolly old fat guy with a snowy white beard. Cute little red and white suit. I'm surprised you didn't see him.
Seriously, think about it. Christmas in New York will look amazing. Bring back Samuel L. Jackson, and here's the other one I got for you. Bring back Aldris Hodge. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Bring him back. He's kind of a big name right now, or becoming a big name. Who was he? Hawkman and Black Adam. Black Adam was an awful movie. So, but a lot of people don't know this. This dude was in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He was one of the kids. He was Samuel L. Jackson's nephew in that movie.
Now, where you going?
School.
Why?
To get educated.
Why?
So I can go to college.
And why is that important?
To get respect.
Respect. And who's the bad guys?
Guys who sell drugs.
Guys who have guns.
And who's the good guys?
We're the good guys.
And who do we not want to help us?
White people.
That's right.
Like, bring him back. Make it a buddy cop movie. Make it to where Zeus still has his shop in Harlem, and you have his nephew who grew up to maybe be a cop or something, and it's like they have that same cop, normal man on the street vibes like they did in the third one. Like, bring that back. Because what I don't want them to do, they almost did this. They almost did, what was it? I think it was a comic book called Die Hard Year One. And Die Hard Year One was about young John McClane. I didn't read it, but from researching it, it was like John McClane in 1979, so like a new cop in New York City. They were going to do that. And how are you going to do that with Bruce Willis when he's older? They were going to do flashbacks. So I think it was Len Wiseman, who was the director of Die Hard 4, Live Free or Die Hard. He was going to come back and do Die Hard Year One. It was going to be a half Bruce Willis older, and then a half like flashback young John McClane.
He described the new film as a prequel/sequel and stated that both him and Willis had lengthy discussions about John McClane's origin story after the duo made Live Free or Die Hard. The film itself will take place on New Year's Eve 1979 and will also feature intercuts with a modern-day McClane.
Which I hated that idea the second I heard it. I was like, it didn't work with the son. Why would you do that with the young? Like, we don't need a Tom Holland Uncharted situation. We didn't need young Nathan Drake. We don't need young John McClane. What we need is a standalone, not a whole, we're going to bring a whole new trilogy in. Like, we need a standalone movie set in New York with Samuel L. Jackson and Aldris Hodge. Like, that would just, to me, be a perfect movie. And I would even bring this up as a possibility. Bring back Mary, what's her name? Bring back the daughter, Mary Elizabeth Weinstead? I don't know her name. But bring the daughter back. You know, get rid of the son. You want a diverse mix that is organic. Bring John McClane's daughter back. Bring Samuel L. Jackson back. And bring Aldris Hodge back. And there you go. There's your movie. Because Mary Elizabeth Weinstead is kind of having her own action moment right now. She was in Birds of Prey, which is a shitty movie, but I mean, she was in that. She was just in the Star Wars show. What was it? Ahsoka. I stopped watching that show because, action. She was in, Kate on Netflix. Perfect example. Kate, the hitman. She was like a female assassin. Like, she can do action. So bring her back, because they kind of teased her in Die Hard 4, Live Free or Die Hard, like she was kidnapped. you know, but they didn't really do anything with it. But you could see that she has spunk and attitude.
This bitch is a handful. Or I will hurt you.
Oh, yeah? Let's step outside, just you and me. We'll see who hurts who.
Really are his daughter.
And when they got to the 5th one, her only cameo was like at the beginning. She's dropping John McClane off at the airport. At the very end, she picks him back up at the airport. Like, bring her back. Here's another thing. Hear me out. Bring back Hans Gruber's son or something. Bring back a German villain. Like, bring back a new German actor. I have some recommendations. Bring back Christoph. You can put Christoph Waltz in here. Make him Hans Gruber's son, nephew, something. He would kill this. I don't think you can bring any Germans actors from Inglourious Basterds. I named 3, so you can bring back. You can bring in Christoph Waltz, who's a little older and might be like, maybe that would work. So Die Hard 1, you got Alan Rickman in his iconic performance as Hans Gruber. And then in Die Hard 3, you got Jeremy Irons, who killed the role as Hans Gruber's brother, Simon. You know, bring like Hans Gruber or Simon's son or nephew or something. What about Daniel, is it Buell? He was in Civil War, Captain America Civil War. He was in Rush. He was in, what was he just in? He's been in a couple things. He was in Inglourious Basterds too. Like, he would be good, but there's somebody else I feel like just looks a little bit more evil. And I can't, what's his name? August, I can't pronounce his name. I'll put him right here. He was also in Inglourious Basterds. You know, I feel like if you brought a German villain back in and had it reconnect to Hans or Simon, bring Samuel L. Jackson back with his nephew, the Mary Elizabeth Winstead thing is kind of like, you don't need that, honestly. Like, do it out. But if you wanted to tie it back into John McClane, bring her back in. Because that is natural and organic. I don't know what points I'm on, what number I'm on. But if we're going to bring people back, bring back John McTiernan. Bring him back. I think he's working on another movie right now. You know, I don't know if you know, like, John McTiernan made some of the greatest 90s and 80s action movies there were. He made Predator. He made Die Hard. He made Die Hard with a Vengeance. He made The Hunt for Red October. It's the only reason he didn't do Die Hard 2. They wanted him back for Die Hard 2, but he was already filming The Hunt for Red October. And he did Basic. If you've never seen Basic with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta, bro, give that a chance. That is really good. Connie Nelson's in the movie. But bring him back. He disappeared. I don't know. A lot of people don't know his story, and I don't know the full extent of it. But he got in trouble with the FBI. He went to prison or jail or something for like phone taps or something. I think it had to do with like illegal wiretaps or something. Like his wife was divorcing him and it was something. I don't know if it was something with the studio or something with the wife. Something involved wiretaps, I think. But he got in trouble with the FBI. He's out of jail or prison now. And I think he has another movie coming out. But he's 70-something. Like, bring him back. I think he's 73. Bring him back for this. Because he would kill. Like, that would be a comeback. For sure. Like, without a doubt. Because, I mean, Ridley Scott's in his 80s still making movies. Martin Scorsese's up there. Like, let's bring John McTiernan back. And last point, let's keep it R. Let's just keep it R. Let's not do a streaming movie. This isn't like... I don't want to say don't make it like Beverly Hills Cop 4 because I haven't seen, because it's not out yet. But I say don't make it streaming because this is a physical media channel. If it comes out, we gotta have it in the collection. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like making it a streaming movie would not give it enough credibility. Except for, because here's the thing, they did that with Prey. Make it a Prey. I know Prey, some people may love it, some people may hate it. I loved Prey. I thought Prey was absolutely amazing. And that was a movie that was supposed to come to theaters, but they decided to put it on streaming, and that movie blew up. Like, they didn't expect it to be that big. And because of that, we are getting Alien Romulus coming to theaters. So if they did a Die Hard, let's bring it to theaters so we can get it on physical media, not just throw it on a streaming service like Netflix is doing with Beverly Hills Cop 4. But I'm not going to lie, if that was the only option, I would take it. I don't have a Netflix subscription anymore. I cut the cable with that, but I would get it if they made a proper Die Hard 6. You know, like this. I'm not talking a series. Don't do a TV series like that, because TV series don't work for this kind of thing. Make it a standalone, contained, 90-minute action movie that can stand alone on its own. And I feel like it would bring life back into the franchise. I really do. Like, I love Bruce Willis. I love him as John McClane. I think John McClane is one of the greatest action heroes of our generation. But Bruce Willis just can't do it anymore. And, you know, Harrison Ford did Indiana Jones in his, like, 80s. You know, I don't want to see 90-year-old Bruce Willis struggling to get it. Like, let's bring back Samuel L. Jackson, because he could do it. He could kill it, and he was literally one of the best things in Die Hard with a Vengeance. And that's just my pitch for Die Hard 6. This probably went way longer than I originally wanted it to, but I really feel like there is something there. It may never get made. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Fox franchise. Disney owns Fox. Is Disney on... Now that I'm thinking about that, if they did it, they would probably just make it a Hulu movie. But I would argue Hulu's got better original movies than Netflix right now. Like, I really would. You know, they did Prey, amazing. They're doing Alien Romulus, haven't seen it, looks amazing. Let's do Die Hard. Like, bring that back. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does this sound awesome to y'all? Is this like a bad idea to y'all? To me, this idea excites me. Like, if I had the money, I would go make a fan film with that. I would just, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's just that it's so obvious and right there, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's continue this discussion, because this is one of my favorite franchises. This is one of my favorite trilogies. I'm going to say trilogies. You know, Die Hard 1 through 3. 4 is good. 5, let's bring it back. Let's not let Die Hard die.